Good morning. We have landed in Bermuda.
We're here.
So excited. We got breakfast in bed this morning, which was super nice.
I love doing room service on a busy day because they bring it right to your room and you're not paying for the food, you're just paying for the delivery fee. If it's the breakfast, it's $4.99, and if it's anything else, it's $9.95. So really reasonable to do that.
Yeah, we're up early because we've got an early excursion booked for today. We're going to the Crystal Caves.
We're going to the Crystal Caves. I really wanted to see these underwater caves. They're beautiful. You walk on these gangplanks that are floating. And then we're going to a beach where Carol and I intend to snorkel.
I hope we see something. We're going to take the GoPro along, so if we have a chance, we'll take some footage for you and just lay in the sun, enjoy the beaches of Bermuda. We're back on the ship probably sometime this afternoon, and then we've got Bistro for dinner tonight. Should be fun.
One of the really unique things about visiting Bermuda on this cruise is that we're actually docked here for 2 full nights. That means the ship stays in port and we don't sail away at the end of the day like we usually do. So, if we wanted to, we could even book a hotel or Airbnb and stay off the ship overnight. It gives you a lot of flexibility to explore the island at your own pace.
Once we were ready to head out, we made our way off the ship. And just a quick tip before you leave the port area. Make sure to stop and check out a beach towel from the station right before you go through security. It's easy to miss if you're in a hurry, but super handy if you're headed to the beach like we were.
From there, we walked down the pier to the excursion meeting point, checked in with our group, and hopped on the bus for our first adventure in Bermuda, Crystal Cave.
The views of the island and the impossibly blue water was simply breathtaking. All right, we had about a 45-minute bus ride to get over to the other side of the island. We're here at the Crystal Caves and we're getting ready to go in. Our tour guide was great. He gave us a lot of information about Bermuda on the way here. I also took a little bit of a nap. That jet lag is still kicking me.
Crystal Cave is one of Bermuda's most popular natural attractions. This cave is filled with dramatic limestone formations, hanging stalactites, and clear glass-like underground pools that reflect the cave ceiling almost perfectly.
You're not allowed to touch anything inside the cave except for one designated spot where the oils from visitors' hands won't cause damage.
All right, this is the stone you get to touch. There you go.
Only stone you can touch.
He called this the emotional support stone.
You do need to be able to go down a fairly long staircase to enter the cave, and of course climb back up when the tour is over. It's not especially difficult, but it's good to know there are mobility requirements, and unfortunately the cave isn't wheelchair accessible.
The tour is guided, and our guide shared tons of interesting facts about the cave's geology and history.
They were amazed at what they found. Went back to the property owner, a man by the name of Mr. Wilkinson. His family still owns the property to this day. Told him what they found. He came down there. He was amazed. That was 1907, 1908. Bless you. He went to the government to see if he needed any permits to do whatever he wanted with the land, and there were none. So he opened the space up as a tourist attraction, and lovely people like yourselves are coming down the same crevice by way of a rickety staircase and a rope ladder. Now the main formations you're going to see: stalactites, which hang tight to the ceiling; stalagmites, which might make it up to reach the stalactites. Then when they do come together, they'll form a column, which will continue to grow in girth to get like that, to get like that, to get like this, and even larger, as you'll see as we travel through the cave. And eventually it'll fill up the whole cave, but it'll take a long time, so my job's secure. I ain't gotta worry about that.
We were able to explore the cave via a series of wooden walkways suspended just above the water. The crystal clear lake below is about 55 feet deep in some areas, and the formations have been slowly growing for millions of years, drip by drip.
As you walk through, you'll see everything from delicate soda straws to huge chandelier-like clusters of stalactites. It feels like stepping into another world.
Our guide took his time explaining how the cave was discovered back in 1907, when 2 teenage boys were playing cricket nearby. After their ball disappeared into a small hole in the ground, they went to retrieve it, and ended up stumbling upon the entrance to this incredible underground world.
Back then, there were no stairs or walkways, just ropes and lanterns, so those early explorers had to be pretty brave. Eventually, the cave was developed for public access, and now we get to experience it safely.
So the caves are still dripping, and he said that if you get a water drop on you, it's a cave kiss. It's supposed to bring you good luck. I've gotten about 10 of them so far.
We loved the vivid contrast between the crystal clear blue water and the jagged limestone above. Then our guide turned off all the lights, and for a moment we stood in total darkness. It was eerie and kind of magical, but when the lights came back on, the cave lit up so beautifully, it felt like seeing it for the first time all over again.
Our guide told us that Fraggle Rock was actually inspired by Crystal Cave, and yep, turns out that's true. One of the show's creators was from Bermuda, and when you look around, you can totally see it. It's got that same kind of magical underground world vibe, just missing a few Fraggles running around.
It was also fun to spot the little things people had left behind, like sunglasses that accidentally fell into the water, and all the money tossed into a hole for good luck. And one of the last things we spotted was the glimpse of sunlight showing the original entrance to the cave the boys found in 1907.
These caves are pretty cool.
A little warmer than I'd expect for a cave.
Yeah, I kind of really want to jump in the water to cool off.
He says that the water's 69 to 72 degrees year-round, so a little chilly, but at this point it'd be welcomed.
Yeah, it's really amazing. It's so beautiful to be able to see these caves. I'm glad we came on this today.
Me too.
It wasn't long till we were back on the bus and on the way to the beach, where we headed straight into the beautiful clear blue water. Just kidding, we went to the beach bar. First drink of the day. I got a Clearwater sunrise. Woo! We enjoyed our tropical drinks and found the perfect place to grab a bite for lunch. Okay, so I had to try the fish sandwich because it's famous here in Bermuda. Look at that. Fresh fried fish with some tartar sauce, coleslaw, lettuce, tomato, and it comes on raisin bread. How cool is that? Oh yeah.
We finished with the cave. They brought us to a beach. This is Clearwater Beach. Next to it's going to be Turtle Beach. They say that the swimming's a little better at Turtle Beach, and we might be able to see some stuff under the water because you know we love to snorkel.
And that's what we're heading to do now. But before we did that, we stopped and had a drink and a little bit of lunch at the little beachside bar here at Clearwater Beach. It's just a gorgeous day. Look at how beautiful that water is behind us.
It's so gorgeous.
I can't wait to get in it. Let's go. We've made it into the water at Turtle Beach. It's so refreshing. A little cold when you first get in, but it's a hot day, and boy, it feels pretty good. What do you say, Laura?
It's so worth wading in through the cold to get out here, and look at how beautiful this water is. The lightest aqua all the way out to the most deep turquoise.
I mean, this camera,
heaven.
I don't know if it's doing it justice, but this is the prettiest water ever. It's so pretty. A few things that we like to bring with us on beach days are, of course, our pool noodles. These are inflatable pool noodles. They fold up really lightly in your luggage, and you can take them out, and then you've got something to float on when you're in the water. And also, a dry bag that's got all of our important stuff in it. Like our phones that are double, triple bagged inside the dry bag, our room keys, our credit cards, things that we don't want to just leave on the beach unattended. So these are the things that we bring with us when we go snorkeling or swimming in the ocean.
We just take turns, and we just take turns carrying the bag so that everybody gets a chance to swim unaided, and it's safe being triple bagged. Even if a little water gets into the dry bag, you're okay. And it doesn't look like this beach is going to have much snorkeling, but it's great for just floating and enjoying. Always attach your dry bag to your pool noodle like this, and now I don't even have to hold on, it just floats with me. And they're not 100% waterproof. It's already feeling like there may be a little water in this, but that's why we triple bagged everything. And we have iPhones, so they are waterproof. That is something to think about. But how beautiful is this scene? It's just gorgeous. Look at that. That's floating in the ocean. Here in Bermuda. There's not really, I said this already, so this may be redundant, but there's not really any good snorkeling right here, but there's amazing just floating on the water, and I don't think the camera's doing this turquoise justice at all. It is just so beautiful. And there's a lighthouse right over there, and some big beautiful mansions. And then to the left here is Clearwater Beach. So we're on Turtle Beach, and that jetty right there separates the two beaches, and the other's Clearwater Beach. This one, though, is just gorgeous. Pristine, unspoiled territory. And there's Carol again.
Cooling off in the water.
It feels so good compared to how hot it is outside. There's definitely a current that can push you out pretty fast, so try to stay in the shallows if you're just wanting to relax around the beach, but there's nothing like a beach vacation.
There's a few rocks.
There are a few rocks. It's much rockier towards the shore. Probably
if you have water shoes.
Water shoes would be helpful, yes.
If you have water shoes, you could bring them. But if you don't have them, we have them with us, but we didn't put them on.
We have them and didn't bring them out, but that's okay.
We tend to do that sometimes, but yeah, no. It's soft sand, 90%, 10% rough, so not bad at all.
And they say they're pink sand beaches, but you'll see the pink sand within the beach, not the whole beach being 100% pink sand. So I'm going to turn it around and show you that. So I watched a video on it. And the sand, the pink sand, is created by the parrotfish eating the coral and spitting it back out and creating the pink sand. So that's why you see so much pink sand in Bermuda. There's definitely a lot of coral reefs around here and lots of parrotfish. So we spent a couple hours in the ocean. So relaxing. We're so much cooler than we were before. We need to go back and catch our bus to get back to the ship.
Yeah, I definitely liked Turtle Beach. Super refreshing, clear water, slight pink hue to the sand. The sand was soft. There were a few rocks, so if you need to, bring your water shoes, but otherwise it was a wonderful afternoon hanging out in Bermuda. We get to take the shuttle ferry back to the ship, so we're looking forward to that.
Once again, our guide took us by amazing views of Bermuda, including the ruins of the famous unfinished church, which was started in the 1800s but never completed, and now is a surprisingly popular wedding photo spot. And the Sea Venture Monument, honoring the wreck of the Sea Venture in 1609, which led to the discovery of Bermuda. Not to mention driving past more of that gorgeous turquoise water and beautiful beaches.
And before we knew it, it was time to head back. We caught the ferry for a smooth ride across the harbor and enjoyed the views along the way. It dropped us off right next to our ship at the Royal Naval Dockyards, making it super easy to hop back on board the Getaway and wind down after a full day of exploring. Got back to the ship this afternoon, grabbed a quick snack at Ocean's, and then a nice little rest lying in our room.
We needed the rest and relaxation, but then we got up and got ready, and now we're going to Bistro, the French restaurant. We're so excited.
We're all dressed up tonight. You know
All
how we
dressed
always
up.
like to do that at least once on every cruise. So we're looking forward to our favorite meal on NCL, which is at the French restaurant.
Absolutely. So the steak place was delicious last night, but I'm so excited for this one. Bring on the escargot.
Le Bistro is another one of NCL's specialty dining restaurants, and without question, our favorite. No matter which ship we're on, we always make a reservation here. It's just that good.
We love trying delicacies like escargot and the French onion soup, and sometimes the presentation is just as good as the food.
We've tried a few different dishes over the years, but honestly, we keep coming back to the filet. It's cooked perfectly every time, so tender and flavorful.
And we always make sure to save room for dessert.
We just had the most delicious dinner at Le Bistro. It was absolutely phenomenal. It is always our favorite specialty dining restaurant to go to when we are on an NCL ship, and it proved it again tonight. It was spectacular.
But both before and after our meal, we had some pictures taken both on the stairs and in the photo studio, and that's always so much fun. You aren't obligated to buy the pictures, but you never know. You might end up with one of the best pictures of your life. We certainly have at certain times. But now, we are ready to dance the night away in Spice H2O at the 80s party.
Yeah.
This is our jam, so let's go.
Love it. I'm my own disco ball. Okay, we had such a blast tonight having dinner at Le Bistro and then going to the 80s dance party at Spice H2O. Made friends, just danced the night away. It was a blast.
Look at that moon, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call it a night with y'all. We may continue to dance. We may move downstairs to Howl at the Moon. Let's,
Ooh, that would be fun. That would be
It might
fun.
be air conditioned. But tomorrow, stay tuned because we're gonna go to Horseshoe Bay Beach and snorkel and swim, and we're gonna take you along. We cannot wait.
Thanks so much for watching, and cheers.
Cheers!
I went down